Well, it's all right now because anything you do, oh, baby, that's all right. Oh, baby, that's all right.
I wait for someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm staying safe, I don't believe the panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best if I pack my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best if I pack my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I want to feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I want to tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people the best if I pack my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best if I pack my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I want to feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.
Check, check.
You're gonna leave the button alone tonight, Road Dog. Sometimes I despise you. I'm just gonna sit over here. Maybe you just need a little cowbell. Little Casper cowbell. We're ringing here, Road Dog Crypto. I'm getting a little prep in order here for the show tonight. It helps the show get started earlier too, just saying. And you got that Casper cowbell. And a 1 and a 2. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Talk. My name is Lane. And we're doing what we do every night. We're looking at the charts. Just taking a mellow chilling out because there's never any anxiety here at the Road Dog Crypto Show. We're always smooth and mellow. Even when prices are dumping, we're just laid back. Never letting our emotions get into it. We're coming up. We were doing so good. It looked so incredible. It's up those areas that I've been warning you about. There's a possibility. We want to keep an eye on these areas, right? Well, I found the reason why she stopped. I did. Can you guess the culprit? Can you? It was her. It's always her. Not always, but up there making deals with the devil right there. And I don't know if price is going to stay above the devil. It's got rejected over here on the 800 area here. I'm on the 24-minute time frames where it's looking relevant. I found it a little interesting. Anyway, let's look at a little bit of a bigger time frame, say the 4 hour. Well, there she is again. Well, gosh darn it. We just can't get away from her. Now here on the 4 hour, her and the 800 moving average, this red and that orange line over here, coming in about 64. That's pretty dang good. If we zoom out just a little bit, because it's always good just to zoom out, remember where the hell you come from, where you're going, all that whatnots. We've got to some trend lines we're following. This is not the best chart I've had this on though. But it's basically the secondary trend line from our very first one when we popped off last time. We were going through a lot of heyday, kind of feeling like it was like we are now. All these drops and everything, they seem ginormous. They weren't fun. This one seemed ginormous. 48,000 back down to 38. How dare Bitcoin? Kind of makes you look back and think those were the good times, right? Well, not really. What is at that price, but just those drops, man. But here we are, man, with that trend line that we drew. Well, until I messed it up right there. Where'd it go, Butterfingers? Shh, man. I'm going for candle bodies. I'm on the daily too, where it counts. I'm going to come up here to that candle body. Right there. We're not quite made it up there past that area, and that is around that $64,000 area. Now, hey, this is kind of interesting here with this. What is it called again? A VRVP, Visual Range Volume Profile. No, that's not it. This is the other. This is the little thing in here. Fixed range volume profile. Fixed range. Well, that makes sense because you're fixing the range. So we took it from here to the top here, and that's kind of a cool little indicator. Now price came back up to that little blue line, that value area. Value area low it is called, I believe, by old Frankie Candles, who uses this a lot, and Jason Casper. Coming back up to retest this 200 moving average area where we were looking at possibly getting the bearish death cross of the 50 moving average over the yellow 200 moving average, that blue one there. But if this price momentum can continue, it can negate that. That's a hopeful sign. That's kind of cool. It can make it turn around and maybe even do a not necessarily a 180, but a nice 90. That would be cool. Instead of crossing over and us price rolling back down to $52,000. We're never getting our anxiety here at the Road Dog Crypto, always taking it nice and smooth. Same this week as it was last week. Nothing has changed. here at Road Dog Crypto. Here we are. So are these areas we got to see if we can get up? But basically, if we can get above 65 and hold it in that area, clear all this little mess up here. I'm back on the 4 hour. I'm jumping around like a crazy rabbit. I would feel more comfortable that maybe the run of the storm is over. But the biggest fear, and where is my nice chart that I've been following so nicely with? Are you kidding me? You just have been a fibbing? Okay, I guess we're sticking with that little guy. Ah, this one, yeah, this is the one I'm looking for. Did you do this on the weekly? I'm wondering why my little line here, which I'm kind of picky about my lines, why it's not lining up. Just exactly. Now, normally if I pull it back to the back, it'll straighten it out in whatever time frame. That's a little trick that for some reason works. Yeah, I feel more comfortable with this line. Now, what I'd like to see is for price to break up and get back into that line. Let me clear out all these little fibs. Get rid of all these little rinky-dink things on smaller time frames, because we're on the daily where it counts. So we got a 100 moving average coming up there at 64. We talked about that possibility with the 5 moving average strategy and how they kind of sometimes respect an order, and it could be going up to there. I don't know. That would be cool if we can get above the 200 moving average. Possibly. But closing the candle up there is what we need to do. Actually, we just need to come up and make a higher high. We just need to come all the way back up to 71, 72,000. For real. If you want to negate this little downtrend that we're in, else we're just in danger of making a lower high here. So the areas I would be looking at for any upward moment, since we have a clear defined top and a clear defined bottom, local bottom anyway. This was a crazy angle idea I was looking at. Seeing how did it work out? This is the angles what I've been finding for Bitcoin, and I was putting that up there, and she started respecting it, and then she just said, screw that angle, I'm going to go off on my own direction. But she may be coming back to this. This is going to be another trend line. I'll park that over there. That's what I do for fun in the evenings, all alone by myself, playing with my fibs, sometimes out in public. That's disgusting. Well, I got the daily chart pulled up. Let's go ahead and look at the yummy market cipher for Bitcoin. Checking my microphone, making sure that that's on. I get to talking about this and I forget about that stuff. Let's go quickly before we get too far into market cipher or anything. We're not going to get far. We're just going to point out the bullish stuff I see there. Shout out to everybody that's here tonight. We got Trading Intuition. What was that first? Who was first tonight? Wow. Like most times, right? And then we got Trey Spot. How's it going, Trey? Good old Strega. Strega's in the house. Strega. There's Strega. I got a few little advertisements there that just kind of pop up out of nowhere. Does help support the channel if you need a Tangem wallet. I'm just saying, I've got them. I use it all the time. I love this little guy. I just need to get my coins off of CoinEx and back onto this little guy. And there's Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? Did you just throw her down? There he is. There she is. I feel like this should be bigger for some reason. But I have to shrink it to get it all in. It's really quite crazy. Oh. She took profits today. Hey. I've been taking some profits along the way too, de-risking a little bit, just in case we get a nasty turn of it. Well, I give up on that, man. I can't adjust that thing. I'm gonna try to see if I can put it back the way it was before I messed it up. I've been taking profits along the way, getting some targets hit on some altcoins and everything, just to kind of level things out in case things start going down, man. I don't want to be back in that situation. And after the stream, I got to kind of look and I guess figure if I want to take a little bit more just to be on the safe side. Dragon says I didn't have enough profits. I am not back to where I was before, but man, it looks a lot better. Gosh, it looks a lot better. It looks like I can recover, but there's still going, you know, there's still a chunk of loss that I will have to recover from that drop. She got me on a few good little positions. Justin Crypto says my Casper long is a printing. Is she going up right now? And there's good brown gravy. How's it going? The charts are looking good, but I'm still afraid to buy anything. I can understand that. Now some of the altcoins are still, they haven't really taken off. There's still some good buys out there, but they may be better buys if things do kind of roll over. So that's what we want to be able to alert for. Let's take a look at Total 3 real quick. Well, did we get through it? We didn't get through a Bitcoin, but let me just kind of go over a few things here. We pulled our Fibonacci out. Squirrel! We pulled our Fibonacci out, so it is also saying the 61,982 area. You know, we can find, likely to find some resistance there with the 200. There's a lot of resistance right here, a lot of resistance. So this is, if they're going to roll this over, we're in the neighborhood of roller over. We're in the rollover neighborhood, and it's getting dark and it's getting kind of scary. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, our 21 moving average is sitting up here at 63. Why do I feel like this chart is not up to date for some reason? Has it been that long since we were up there at 62? Oh my gosh, yeah, I guess it has. It's been an hour or so, hasn't it? I got lost in time. So on every chart, we're looking at resistance right up through here. It doesn't matter what moving average it is or anything. There's support resistance. I'm sure the order book just got all kinds of sell orders there, because if we were in with the trend line and all this stuff just converging, saying this is the perfect spot to just for them to try to bounce us down or pounce us down and make us have it would be a possible lower low. Get to a bigger time frame. And if we made a lower, we would be, a lower low could be on the table. I mean, we could come back down here to this area, 43. Oh, I can't say it. 43,000. I'm trying my dangest, man, but I think my liquidation is still somewhere around 41 at the moment. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get that little baby in an area that's safe and secure, just in case something nasty does start happening, because we're not in the clear yet. This is great. Now I tuned into the Wyckoff theory guys that I watch. Is Black Box Trading is his name. He used to be called Blue the Bear, and he earned that bear title. Let me tell you, because man, when things were nasty, he was nasty about it. And then one day he got his little signal, and he was just off to the races bullish. So. But he seems to think we were initially looking for a spring, but things can still come on out all right. And I'm like, okay, I'll go for that. I'm not against the theory. I'm not against Bitcoin going up at all. Sure, I would like to buy it cheaper, but I don't want to. It's not going to be. I'm not going to be able to buy it if she comes down here that easily. That's going to be like hold on to. I do not want to do that. I don't want to do. Well, I don't think my heart can take it. So I tried to come up with a better way. But what could happen also is we could come down and then bounce at a higher low from here, and then start a little bit of a recovery and shoot up. That is very possible too. There was a lot of buy pressure coming in. There's a lot of positive stuff in the news, but also I'll be right back. zoom out, get rid of the fibbies, and let's talk for a moment. I put on the tinfoil hat. Because if they are trying to flush us out and do something kind of nasty, it could be, or if there's some big black swan event, whatever. Dang, man. Whatever powers it be, would love to get us all bullish. And we're coming into the weekend. I want us to remember that. We're coming into Friday. And for the last couple of weekends, or the last many weekends, you know, they have been lackluster or sometimes even bearish. It was kind of like we were in bear cycles for a little bit. And we've been in this lower, you know, a downward trend. It's a downward trend. It's making a channel. It's making a positive pattern, but it's a downward trend that's doing it. But imagine the narrative. Imagine, if you will, a narrative where they get us all hyped up just so that they could purposely drive us down further down here. Because this little area down here that I don't want to see, I don't want to go there, I don't want to do it, is a golden fib, the 618. I want to double check. But from our very bottoms to our very highs, oh dear Lord, no, that's down at 38. It sounds improbable. I hope to God it is improbable, but yeah, okay, so I had you marked down there. Yeah, it's even worse than the bearish possibility could get worse, I'm saying. And look who's down there. Miss Lucy herself, hanging out right there. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying, hey man, if there was a devilish deep drive down to the downside, this would be the first step that they would be taking, is to roll us over right around here, and we don't want to see that, okay? So at worst, we kind of just jiggle down here, slow burn. Oh my gosh, or maybe they just take us down and, you know, just rip that band-aid off, and then they buy all they want. That would really suck for anybody that got into all their ETFs and stuff. They'd be like, I'm never buying this again. That was a scam. So you might, you know, we got to see what's going on. There's all possibilities. We don't know the future, but if there's any hopium, she's not done this. Is never in price history. She doesn't really fall down and find, you know, support. What you say, Road Dog? What you do there? Well, okay. It's not common for her to come down to the Lucy line here on a trend. We bounce off this 360 on the daily. We during full on bull market, after we peaked and everything, full on run. Hypothetically, we should be somewhere in this area. If we're timing where we were in the market 4 years ago, we should be like right in this area. This area feels more like this area. We should get some more up. But the last time she was touching the 360 was during a big old scary drop. And she bounced and recovers from there. And so she's got a good chance to recover here. There's good signs. So that, I mean, all I can say is, you know, there's lots of bullish sentiment out there, and it is starting to flip green. It is starting to get bullish. You can see it on Tokenmetrics and everything. But it's a land of caution right now. A land of caution. But a nice opportunity to take your profits like Celinda did. That girl, you're gonna kill it. She's just, every time I mean, whatever she's speaking, she's always seems to be right on the right track, right mindset and everything. And I think that's awesome. That's the kind of people we need to be around right there. So what else have we got going on here, man? We can analyze this, and I mean, we talked about this thing too. When she was a channel and we did this megaphone pattern, usually breaks the upside, right? We can do a sham measure move there, just a little there, and that's Woo, maybe up there in those areas. That would be cool. I'm all for getting up back at 65,000. All for it, I say. All right, so that's pretty much what I got for Bitcoin. So let's take a look at Total 3 just really quick and see what she looks like here on the, let's go with the daily, bigger time frame. Zoom out, and we're still in this falling channel here. Oh my God, or is it just a bull flag that's going to take us all the way? I'm not going there. But we got a three hump dump right here. That looks like a little Elliott reversal thing going on. What do you say? Oh, Elliott, don't. I'm gonna unsubscribe from you, Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave is saying, "Hey man, this could be our." Elliott's say we on a C wave correction. If this was the C wave correction by Elliott Wave theory, then we're starting a brand new wave. And we should get a nice wave too. This should be it, according to this here. But he also says they come down here. So well, that wasn't very helpful, Elliott. Thank you for your effort. Well, you did not clarify very much, other than giving us a little hope that we could bounce from where we are. I'm for that. So total market cap, or all your altcoins and mines seems to be rebounding a little bit. So we can still get a little bit more bang for our buck. So I can see about another 30 billion. Man, maybe at about another 50 billion. Could be coming in, but then it could also be rolling over too. So I'm not getting very much good things from the Ichimoku cloud. The best thing that we've got going for us is that all of our moving averages, and I've got some big ones, 800, 600, 300, 200. They are all still up and to the right, but they are feeling a little bit of tiredness. The 100, 200 are starting to slope, and you can even see maybe a little on the 360. So I don't see, I mean, we're good, but we're not like, ooh, baby, let's fire off and go to the mountain good. So I'll just throw that out there. And again, as this thing comes up, my little altcoin bags will be ripping off some price targets. Because what I've done is taken our moves and I've filled them out, and I put price targets along them all to take some profits along the way on these bags. And that way if I can safeguard them, or may just figure out, hey man, let me just let you go ahead and go into Bitcoin or something. I don't know. I'll have to decide and see what the market's telling me then at that point. So I'm just de-risking, and I think that's a good strategy for most people. If you're doing a leverage play, if you're spot, you're fine, man. If you're spot, you're having fun, but it may get more fun for buying spots. I wouldn't blow all your wad right here, but I'd sure blow a little bit of it if there's some good juicy prices out there. Let's take a quick look at Caspa. Let me get off of, well, I'm going to stick with CoinEx, but I think I've got it charted over here on MexC. Whoa, what's this mess? Dang. Caspa's coming. Oh, she's back at 17.7. That's cool. Indicators are looking up a little bit. It looks like, when we're on the daily, looks like she's getting ready to get a green dot here. That's looking good, actually. In the green with money flow. Stochastics are going up the upside. That looks healthy. So if we come down to the 4 hour, let's see what's... Well, the 4 hour says that we're on the good graces, on the good side of Miss Lucy down here. So you got that going for her. That's an accomplishment. Stay on her good side. Jeez, get on her bad side, and it's just hell, I tell you. It's just hell. I'm trying to get back above her, but that's slowly what Bitcoin's trying to do on the smaller time frames. So here on the 4 hour, we got the death cross. Dum, dum, dum. So it's all over for Caspa. It says she's going to die here on the 4 hour. Roll over. Probably come up here and touch these areas, 17.7, almost 18 cents. I don't know if yeah, I mean, you might be able to hit 18 cents. We got the trend line. We got the 100 moving average up there, which, you know, sometimes let's go wick up there before rolling over under the 200. Just throwing that idea out there. We come up here and wick and then roll over, and I don't know, got to see what she does. This trend line kind of sucks in this time frame. Well, this one looks more appropriate. And this is just a channel idea to mimic this one, so meaning that I could take this one and put it around here, that candle body, and it kind of suggests the same thing, man, that she's going to roll over here. Let's keep that idea open. Let's kind of put this one on the back burner, and let's start paying a little bit more attention to this guy, because he's starting to speak a little louder right now. This is a bearish pattern that has a tendency to break to the downside. You usually get a couple of humps in it, though. It doesn't automatically do it, so there could be a nice little up and down ranging going on here again, which I'm all for with Caspa if she wants to range through here, and Bitcoin doesn't tank the market or anything, and in the world, you know, we don't go into World War III or anything crazy like that. If Caspa wants to come back down 16 something, I got orders for it. I just slowly stacked up just to soak up just little nibbles all the way down there already. Or did I take that off? I do have some nibbles because I'm also selling up here, and I hate to have to sell, but I got to sell a little at certain points. So Caspa's also got that little trumpet idea going on right there. Look at that little trumpet flare. I think we would just go ahead and get rid of that on the 4 hour here. So some good possible take profit points for Caspa as well, 17.6. That might be that's another just a beautiful rollover point for Caspa to just kind of take a break for a little while and then come back and try to retest 16. So Linda says the daily looks prime for an inverse head and shoulders. Yay! Well, there goes my little timer. It's time to make the donuts. What time is it? 10:59. We'll go into overtime here. We'll check back with Bitcoin in a minute. The bull flag to 500K. ICP to the moon, says Law. Is ICP recovering a little bit? That's not, I like the way that looks. Let's see what this trend line says here. Line it up back over here. Is it back in it? If it counts anymore. Let's clear this guy out so I can see what's going on. Or did I already, do I have lines made? Big lines? I think it's just a fib I need to get rid of. No, I got a bunch of little lines. Why so many lines? ICP, ooh, that's a higher low there. Even on this big ass drop that we had. That says something. Went to deep 886, so don't expect too much on this first leg up. Oops, that's not the one not really the one I'm looking for. There's a possibility to get there, but these are the main two for that. And you gotta throw this little guy in too, just in case. It's also a lot of confidence right there that she may get hung up somewhere on, at, or below 860, just right below that area. So around $8 to $8.50, we're gonna run into a little bit of a problem here. They might have to come back and see what's going on. Now that might be the to $4 or $5. That could happen. Not saying it will, but this is a good sign that higher low. So, maybe, what comes after a higher low, hopefully you get a higher high. Now, if you're looking for the higher high idea, Well, you also got Miss Lucy up there waiting for you, for not the higher high, but yeah, this will change by the time things get there, so it's just kind of weird how that kind of comes into play. But at this moment in time that we look at it, it does say the hint that there might be some little confluence at this little high fib area here at 111. But with that steep of a retracement, I think it would take a lot of elbow grease and a little prayer to get up that high, especially on the first run. But ICP 806 to 850. So areas I'll be looking at there too. So if we do get up here and get rejected, then we'll have to see if what kind of thing we're doing. Probably have to clear this area here and maintain that and try to just stair step our way up, or maybe we won't get rejected at all. It says we're gonna have some trouble here, though. It does. It says they're gonna come out of the woodwork right there. It's an ambush. Ambush at $8 for 860. Ambush at 860. All right, so we did Casper, we did ICP, but we have not done the news, which I was supposed to have done off the beginning, but I just can't seem to remember to do that, and this is not the hat that I need for that job. It felt really good, though. It really did. But right now, we're going to take a look and see what Layer GG has to share with us about what's going on with crypto, because he's got the goods. Put the news hat on. We are taking a look at the news tonight concerning crypto and what has happened in the last 24 hours concerning the crypto market. Pardon me, where we're having a little bit of technical difficulties trying to find the right correct button to push. That's not it. Gosh darn it, you're so amateur. So amateur. Shut up. Ready? Push it. You push it first. God. Coinbase will list professional futures of EOS, Degen, and Stats on August 15th. Coinbase has added a cross-protocol ACX to its asset roadmap. Franklin Templeton has launched an on-chain U.S. government money fund on Arbitrum. Aleph Zeros has announced the EVM mainnet launch is set for August 12th, while Engine is set to relaunch Relay Chain version 1.3 and Matrix Chain version 1.1 named Campon Glam on September 9th. Meanwhile, Lamborghini has partnered with Animoca Brands, while Stacks will finally launch Nakamoto Code activation on August 28th, with S Bitcoin ready for mainnet within 4 weeks after the Nakamoto hard fork. Now, Simon's Cat meme coin will launch on TokenFi launchpad on August 20 with airdrops planned for Floki holders. While Celestia will launch the mainnet beta Lemongrass in early to mid-September. There was a wallet related to Amber Group which received 10.4 million MOG. That's about $2.17 million from Gate.io. And Russia State Duma approved 2 bills legalizing crypto mining set to take effect on November 1st, 2024. Lastly, a new fake official Trump coin called RTR launched. It reached $150 million market cap and then dropped 90% after being proven unofficial by the one, the only, Eric Trump. Layer GG's note to self, sentiment reset, leverage flush, V-shaped reversal, COVID pattern. Money cover. And that was news. That's what happened in crypto. Let's get back to the show. Right, cowboy. Woo.
All right. Yes.
I always feel so welcome when I push that button. I don't know why. I like it. It makes me feel like you really care. We got 10 or 11 beautiful people hanging out tonight. I don't know why you're showing me two different numbers there. 10 confirmed viewers. If I look up, if I look down, it's 11. I'll just keep looking down. I'll take the bottom chart over the top. All right, so we went with ICP. Let's go check with the chat, see what you guys are up to. We still got a little time on the old ding-a-ling clock right there to be a-going. Striker says $5 till I get my taco truck back. Can we take a look at Saul, says Rising Sun? Let's take a look at Solana. Got them slow grooves on, slow jams on tonight. Chill vibe. She coming in at that 618, baby, up there about 162, 161.90 on this Binance chart I got going on. Well, let's get rid of some of these lines that we're just playing around with there. This one's way up here. I don't think it's going to be a problem in a time too soon, so I'm going to drag her down to here. And it seems like she leveled out there with those candle bodies. Makes me think that 193 might be her toppy top. If we were in a channel, a horizontal channel, seems like we could be. We zoom out. I like to do that every once in a while. So we're retesting the trend line that we broke out of and broke back into. I think that's a big deal. Looks like it was a channel that we were in. We found a partial decline right here at this area. It like to hold this area about 128. She had a nice drop, man. I wish I could have got some Solana at 110. Gosh dang it. I was too busy maintaining a complete and calm composure here at the Road Dog Crypto channel, as we do each and every night. Even when the market is on fire, we are always on our cool. Until you say 40,000 and then I have a heart attack. It makes me nervous, it does. So $166 sold. Oh, we got a target up there. Let's revamp this. We've kind of hit some of these guys. We'll see what she's doing. So we see that trend line is going to be a problem. 200 moving, or the 21 daily moving average is also right up there. I'll keep that little guy right there, that little green line. Now there's a target 206. Don't know if she's going to hit it now. We got to see what's going on in the market, but she's approaching rollover period. A good place to roll over if she's going to do it. So what say you on the smaller time frames? Well, still at a rollover point, but she's above the 200 moving average, above the 800 moving average, above the 660 something moving average, which is in the wrong spot. It needs to flip over, but that sometimes takes a while. Not a biggie, but being above both of those and above the 200 moving average, that says something for Solana. Overall, smaller time frames, 4 hours is a great one to play for swing trades, and you got this trend line, and as long as she's above that trend line and above that 9 moving average, I really wouldn't worry too much. I'd just say keep on a rocking, baby. Keep on a rocking. The last thing I would want to be is one of those jump ins and jumps outs and trying to scalp it, because then you're just missing the whole move. I'm gonna take $50 here. I'm gonna take $10 here. I just lost 300 here. I'm gonna take me another 25. I can do this 10 times a day. Or you could just let this little sucker ride and then make a lot more. That's just my thoughts on it. But. So that trend line looks a little different here on the 1 hour. That's why we follow it on the 4 hour. You can straighten it right up here on the 1 hour if you want to. Works just fine. You just got to adjust things just a little bit. And there you go. I find that if you just pull this little guy back into a candle body on whatever time frame, it kind of lines up pretty well over here, and the rest might have to do a little. There we go. Solana, I likes it, but yeah, we add a rejection here. So it'd be cool if we can get above 168, then that says something. But it's highly likely to see how when we start a trend line, we do a little zigzag, we come down, and then we establish, another point for a solid trend line. As this thing matures, you finally get a good trend line, which will probably be something like this around this angle. We got kind of a 90-degree angle here thing, and it'll kind of do the little 40. I don't want to get into all the angle stuff, but it will mature out to a little bit of a wider angle, and that's healthy. The straight up angles like this, they don't hold, baby. They don't hold. So this one's not going to hold either for too much longer until we start establishing a more mature trend line. She comes down and starts doing a little other stuff. Right now, we just got this one that we're working with, and there we go. She seems to be respecting it, and as long as she does, we can still stay in that nice trade or whatever you got going on. When she starts breaking it, you might want to reevaluate what's going on and make sure you kind of peel off a little bit for you, so that at least you can say you didn't ride it all the way back down if it goes that way. Sam Webb says, just got Boxy on Uphold. Sure looks juicy. Have I looked at Boxy? You got it on Uphold. I don't see an Uphold, so I'm going to go with MexC. I'll go with KuCoin or MexC. I can't choose. We'll go KuCoin. Well, here on the 1 hour, she's suffering a little bit of rejection here at the 200 moving average. That's so sad. I'm sorry. Was it something I said? How foxy are you? Ooh, channel idea. She trying to break out of that? Did she pull it off? It's kind of doubtful, but at the moment, let's take a look. Ooh, baby, what's going on now? She's definitely out of. Sam, you're a risk taker after my own heart. You just jump out there, don't you, baby? You a true DJ, and I know you. I feel you. It's like them bottoms just call you out. You're like, this one. You like them falling. We like to catch them knives sometimes. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I do that. I find that appeals to me too. Sometimes it don't work. Oh, that's nice though. Look at that. I pulled it from swing high to possible swing low, and our 618 comes at this really cool ass support resist. I'm all for this. Maybe you got it, baby. Cool. This is there. You need to make sure you paid yourself though. If she can get up there, I would say she's got a good chance to jiggle jaggle around here before, not a straight in shot. Cool. So all these little levels right here, 0.0107. Those are all good juicy and nice little places to pay yourself. But the cool thing is, if she got above this 236 area, if she comes back down, I mean, we can pull a fill and everything, but she shouldn't really come much, maybe back to retest it, maybe bounce off this area. There's also a nice, I'm on the 4 hours, so we got a candle body, got a trend line going, well, we just did that, didn't we? Now you're doing things twice. So we got that, we're just away from it, probably come back down to those areas maybe. It looks like you got a secondary one already going off here on the 4 hour. That might hold for a while. Boom. She's above the non-moving average. I would expect it to come back to this one for sure. This is what I recommend people to do, because I'm not bad mouthing or anything, but there's a popular 1 minute charter out there a lot of times that does the 1 minute and just trying to figure out the market with the 1 minute a lot of times, until sometimes they realize, oh yeah, the bigger time frames do tell me something more. But anyway, it seems like they get a trade plan set up, and then they're always jumping out way too soon, man, before the real profits start a lot of times. Sometimes they get out and maybe it was a bad trade setup to start with and was going to go bad, and probably did himself a favor getting out of it. Anyway, see how we're doing good here? If you want to make sure that you're not going to roll over and miss out on all the fun, you just keep coming down to these smaller time frames. And we go from our last touch. We got that one. This one's a little different here, but basically you following this one, and this one is saying, yeah, man, you need to be paying yourself right now. Because she's not going to continue on up right now. It tells you it's going to get rejected and start on this little pullback. And, you know, I could look to the 15 for a little bit. It spells out, it looks a little bit better here on the 15, actually. You can watch it all here. See right there when she breaks it on the 15. Well, I could bet I could come on down to the 1 minute. And if I were playing the 1 minute on this or anything, and I was in a trade setup, I mean, I wouldn't sell on my first little red candle or just scalp out and get out of here. Hell no. I mean, you draw your trend lines and they will change. And you keep taking that new information in. But you just keep, even on the 1 minute, I mean, you got all these, just every one. That's when, and you could just nibble your take profit out. 1 minute is kind of extreme though, I'm just telling you. But you can just divide it up on smaller time frames and just, you know, your trend line will tell you that that's when you need to have taken profit. Now you can try to get the spikes, but you know, they're following a smaller trend line on their own. If they start running crazy, you know, you're following those little guys. Or you could even get down to the 10 second and do one right there and just nail it. I think it's a little crazy. But I don't know, that just seems like a little bit more of a sensible idea than trying, oh, that's too far away from the 21 moving average, so there's a red candle, and the stochastics are turning. Well, yeah, dude, if you got a big target, they're probably going to turn a couple of times before you actually reach that risk to reward ratio that you set out as your trade plan, or else you had a bad trade plan. I'm not talking to anybody. We're going to move on now. Sometimes I talk to an imaginary trader out there. Could you take a look at Ironfish? I sure can. You know, I've still got this. And I'm wondering. I know Ian Belia had this as a 100x coin, man, but I swear. And I just don't know. I mean, and looking back, you know, it's kind of odd how I always talk about it when the prices are up and not so much when the prices are down. It's down at the bottom for sure, man. Down at the bottom for sure. It actually may just if it may still be coming down to tag 55. With the rest of the market going up, that's, you know, I would expect this one to try to go up too. Okay, it looks like it has rounded off there. So in that case, it's technically made a higher. It may have possibly made a higher, it may possibly be making a higher low. We hope, we pray. That would be a good sign if it is. I think we got is that a fib level? Probably. Get rid of, or move some of these things around here. Oh, it's not a fib level. Still a good point. See, we're on the daily too, right? Daily? Okay, let's check out 4 hour. Man, daily looks, Ichimoku Cloud says she can still keep on going. And our stochastics are topped out. That's not the greatest sign for her to really make a strong move. They can get locked there. All right, let's see what kind of signs we got. Daily's starting to look a little bit better here on MACD. Might be getting ready for the pop there. That's a good, I like that sign. Market ciphers found some divergence there. There is some bullish divergence there. If it can, I would want to see it get above this 9 moving average on the daily. That would be let's get this line out of the way. Maybe that's creating a little bias or something. So looks like, can we squeeze that to the candle bodies and have a little something there? That's gonna be a steep for just this section here. That's on the daily. A steep wedge. So price is squeezed and she can pop, but I'm not convinced on this, how high she's going to get. I would look at these moving averages, the 21 moving average, and then also the 50 coming in with this little area here. Because she's got to get 74. She's got to get above that. While we got that one, let's pull it up over here. Oh, let's pull up Tokenmetrics. I meant to do that earlier too. Let's refresh it. This is what's pop-a-lopping. This is hot right now. Polymesh, gravity injected, it's up 6%. Metaplex, Say? Anybody talk about Say lately? Is that still a thing? But she's making rounds again. Worst daily performers were Nero, Hive Mapper. I had so much hopes for that as a deep end play. I did. You find the deep end, I mean, the technology's there, but the narrative sucks. There was just no hype for it. But yeah, a lot of other empty projects. I guess they have money to spend on that hype. I don't know. It's a legit thing. But GigaChad is not doing so well. Zigna and Gas is kind of down. Recently turned bullish is Raya Reflex, RAI. Habibi, it's on Solana. AirDAO. Waikai Chain, never heard of it. Mnet, called Noon. And believe it or not, Gary, or G-A-R, Gary, is making a move. It's probably reached a little bit of a bottom area, so maybe she's spiking up. I don't know. If you're in Gary, it looked like it said something good about it. You forgot what the coin we were looking at, didn't you? No, it's Iron. You cheated and looked at the top of the page. I saw you. Just put it out there for everybody to hear. Thank you. Go. These voices in my head, they just come out sometimes. Ironfish, how you looking for investor grade? Was you saying strong set? Oh, technical analysis? What? Why? Am I on? Okay, here we go. I had the wrong button. Investor summary. I gotta make sure I push that. Yeah, this is the stats we're used to seeing. Okay. Can you not? Can you roll it up? Roll it up. Roll it up. I guess I can't. All right, so it's behind my head. Fundamental grade on this one's coming in at 51%. Valuation at 68%, saying she's still pretty much undervalued. Technology grades at 74, which is good. And Ironfish encrypts every transaction, shielding your sensitive asset information from public view. That's cool. With read-only view keys, you remain compliant and in control. It's powered by a global network of miners and nodes. Ironfish is a censorship-resistant, resilient, privacy-enabled platform for everyday crypto transactions. And some other nerdy stuff there that we can talk about or get into at your own leisure. Descriptions are on the get-go and stuff. It's got a $27 million market cap, so it's real tiny, especially right now since she's at like 63 cents versus $3 where she was when everybody's talking about her. Fully diluted market valuation is 334, right at 35 million. Circulating supply is 44 million. That's what I found appealing about it. And there's only 55 million out there, so I kind of like that. But, she's going to get used, whatever. But Ian Belena from Tokenmetrics, put this one out long ago with a much higher price for a possible 10x. Or, a possible 100x coin. And, if it ever caught on, look at the market cap. Yeah, it can definitely. What if this one got up to $1 billion market cap? What if it got up to, just $250,000 as a 10x from here? That puts it at $6. And that's easy to do in crypto. That's easy. If it got up to $500,000, which is easy to do in the bull market for for a lot of these coins, not all, but a lot. That's about $12. So if it got to $1 billion, we're looking at $25 Ironfish. Don't know that it would. Don't know if I don't know. But we got projects sitting at 10 billion market caps right now. And this one's got such a tiny amount, so that's why I found it appealing, but she's not been the greatest performer. She's just been pretty down. So it might be, for the investor out there, a great bargain right now. If you're willing to wait and wait. But at some point, she did move. She did good at one point, right? I guess we can do a new, I'm gonna redo my fib. That might be an old fib level. We have to redo that one. That is an old one, isn't it? Or I just pulled it. I don't know. But yeah, it went up to 380. That was December 2023, and then she peaked again in March this year. I think it was it? I don't know. I think I was I don't know, buying. I know I'm underwater on it. Or no, or did I just buy it recently? I can't remember. I added to my bag recently. I did. But yeah, I do have that. Right? Still? You didn't get cut, did you? No, I still got you. It's ball. I just got about $400 with it. I haven't been going crazy about it, but I might add, a few hundred in there if it's gonna. See what she does here. What's she doing on the 4 hours? Take a look. I may nibble, Sometimes when I nibble, I'm just like throwing $25 in here and there. I mean, tiny little nibbles, and it's something that I like. So we might be looking at a nice little breakout here on the 4 hour. And then again, yeah, that area about 73 is going to be a problem, or that's going to be a major area to clear on Ironfish. Waiting for the number to go up, says Strega. Get it together, Sean. That's what I say. Hey, Fart Biscuit, what's up? I don't know you, but I like the name automatically. You're in. Yeah. Jason. And Justin says, Caspa, baby. Strega says, market is happy. Vera Network is up. Vera Network on Gate.io. Ooh, wow, look at that. This is on the 4 hour. So her to roll over and come all the way down here. Ooh, boy, that's a nice little come up right there. What'd she do from this area? Went up inside 45%, hanging around 20% gains now. H to the yeah. Oh gosh. Man, you better be lucky to catch that sucker. Or have some conviction to get out of that. They get to catch it. Oh, or could there be... I'm not going to get crazy with it. Oh, she went to her 618 too, didn't she? So, or close to it. Well, I'll pull it from here. Let's go here. Let's toppy top. She went past it. I don't see signs of her turning around just yet. I mean, like, permanently. But it looks like things are got some things cooking for her. Ichimoku Cloud, man. If it was real nice and thick like that and getting closer to it, I would feel a lot more comfortable that we're turning around. She might be still doing some kind of big accumulation thing. But nice spike up. Let's take a look at Gary, because I haven't looked at that in a while. Somebody used to request this one all the time. Because, I mean, this has been nothing but down. It got hit hard back in July, though. I got really hit real hard on the last top. I guess it has nowhere else to go but up. It got 0.0008. That's a nice little come up, though, right? From, let's say, 0.0009 to where it went up. That's 60%. When she moves, I mean, it doesn't look like much, and they're little spikes, and this is janky as all get out, but when it does move, there's some quick, fast gains in this one, so maybe that's the appeal for some people on it. Trigger says, I could get so much when it went down. Think iron is a long-term hold. The privacy thing about it, I like that, and the fact I mean, I trust in Belina. I think he's got some good insight, and the Tokenmetrics fundamentals likes it. I think it just may be a little bit early for its use case until CBDCs start freaking people out. They start, I need a little privacy. And some place like this has got everything that's been working on that problem. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna. She's cheap, $27 million market cap, man. It's hard. It will be a patient play, but I think it would be a smart one. That's why I got it. I think $400 right here. What could that be? Or how many I got? Let me see how many I got. I had more, but I did get a few. She had 62 cents because she was up or somewhere. But I may want to go back and get some of those back. I got 671 of them. So no, it's not bad. It's like $400 worth or something, not huge. So if I got 670 of them and then it went up to $25 at what we decided that was that the $1 billion market cap? That $400 would turn into, could if I held it and diamond handed and didn't freak out or think I was a genius for selling or making, for turning it into $800. It could go to $16,750 if it hits $1 billion market cap. She only hits a half a million, goes to $12. $8,000 from a $400 investment, and that's cool. So that's kind of how I look at that one. So like I said, that's really neat to see 3 cents still a long ways off from 30 cents. I forgot what we're talking about. Oh, is that Gary? Yeah, imagine if it gets back to the top of the channel and all that. I mean, she's making it's a lower low, but still, she might be. Is there divergence? There's some strong divergence on a daily chart. Okay, look at that higher high right here on RSI, man. So when it bounced, it had some strong divergence there. If it, what would it do? That would be great if anybody nailed that. It's what, a penny? So what, you get a 4x, 100x or something? Oh, we'll make back to 3.6 cents. That'd be like 250% gains on that. TokenPi had a nice day. I thought it looked like it was up. I've got a tiny bit of that playing on spot margin, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure that I want to. I think this one. I'm not sold on the projects. What I'm trying to say, I don't have the conviction to hold this one. Ooh, is that juicy bottoms? They all hit some juicy bottoms, and it looks like it should play out so well, and we shouldn't have to worry about markets tanking and things going to zero or anything like that. It looks, this looks like a normal chart on the daily. Just so you know, come down, test that trend line one more time before we start breaking to the upside. And but man, so it's at 6.8 cents. That's cool. Looks like we're heading around the 8 cent area. Hope it does it. I would be looking at this guy. Trend lines. Got a little rejection here at the 50 moving average. I'm on the daily, right? 50 moving average. Ichimoku Cloud looks suspect. I don't know. Maybe she can work through this, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for it. What's that come in at? It's about 7.5 cents. 200 moving average is up there. I like the 200 moving average as a target on this. I think it could possibly, get past this trend line. Hopefully. It's just a little local trend line. It's not the major trend. It's not even. I mean, if you connect this one down there, we got it's a breakout. So, but you might roll over a little bit here. It's kind of how that translates. I'll make that like a dashy line, because I'm always looking for this guy. When it comes right there, I would go with that guy. Yeah, I would say 7.5. May not make it. It may not do much more than that before finding some kind of support. ETH is moving. Hey, there's Dave P. How's it going, Dave? I think they all might start moving. Total 3 looked like it could give us a nice little run for a minute. What is all this crap? This is chicken scratch, I say. Yeah, ETH has been doing pretty good today. I was trying to collect a little bit more before she took off, but she decided to take off without me. But she might roll over too, because she's already got the death cross on the daily. So you know it's all, you got to hang it up now. It's over for ETH. She got the death cross. It's over. She'll have a little hard time, but we can go up there and touch that little sucker about 3,200. So rolling over around 3,000 can be a possibility. Might not even make it up that far. What we got over here? Where's that coming in? But yeah, right at 3,000 for that trend line. Just connecting the dots on a bigger time frame over here. So we kind of got this whole little area right there, 3,000, that we got to reclaim, and we could do it. We were in this kind of descending kind of formation here, triangle formation, and we lost it, and that just gives us a big old falling wedgie. Those wedgies hurt when they tighten up like that, but eventually, you know, you just kind of walk it out. Everything's okay most of the time, unless the world's going to World War III or whatever's going on in the market. That's a steep ass crash. That was on the daily. You came down and talked to the devil on your daily? Ethereum, how dare you, man? She went down. She went. The devil went. Ethereum and the devil went down to Georgia, down here. Whew, golly, 21. I was right there. I think I missed it by pennies on Ethereum. Getting that would have hurt my feelings. Thank you, Jesus. For real. That would have been the Road Dog would have been sad about that one. I don't mind the little bags that I had to lose a few of those, but there are a couple that I liked. I was working on a long time. They're at 3,000, 3,100, man. Let's see if ETH can get up in those areas. That would be awesome. I am not against it. I am for it. Because I have a little bit of this. It's not my biggest play, but it's got to be a play because the big boys are trying to do some stuff with Ethereum. You know, they're going to make it work. And it sounds like they're trying to do some stuff on Solana, at least Franklin Templeton, right? So far, Solana's been holding up, so whatever conditions they had to work on back in the day. We haven't seen the outages, and it's had plenty of meme coins, which makes me think that the whole meme coin craze was just a test to see if maybe Solana could handle traffic. That's a tinfoil hat theory. And then when they figure it out, they'll just wean out those meme coins and probably use them with some of that collateral. Or use some of that money. Get them big things going on. I don't know what they're going to do with Solana. It just seems like some of the apps act really janky over there. They act smoother on Cosmos is smooth. I like Cosmos. Anything on Cosmos or branched off of Cosmos is awesome. It is 11:40 here on the Road Dog Crypto channel. There's Mr. Mile coming in first. He nailed it. Hey, welcome, Miles. I was just leaving. Sorry to say, but glad you're here. We did look at Caspa. I tell you what, we'll take one more look at here at Caspa before I turn into a pumpkin. You know what? I've not looked at Caspa against BTC. I'm gonna start looking at a lot of my coins against BTC. Oh god, it's not your yawn. Is it that late? Is it really that late? Oh, it turned into a turkey instead of a pumpkin. Still can't even hit the right buttons today. It's a very glowy looking turkey, if I might add. Yeah, there we go. Get my color right. That little golden brown color, a little crispy on the outside, nice and juicy on the inside. Whoa, where you going with that baster? What you gonna do? Right here, right on top. Just pour it right over. Let it flow right over, babe. Put that au jus flowing right over me. All that turkey, that's my own grease, isn't it? I'm basting in my own juices over here. Watching myself on the monitor. How you doing? I just can't take my eyes off of you. Gosh, you're gorgeous. I used to dress like this for my wife. I say, hey, baby. Feel like having a little turkey in you? Got a turkey in you meme going out there anyway? Caspa against Bitcoin. She's losing it, Mr. Miles. What's up with this? What's this crap? She got her trend line she bounced off of. She's done it before. Sucks that you're kind of weakened out of this one. Let's see if we can tighten this little guy up. Maybe. She's so solid right there. It really is. Sticking with that. We're just going to back that little baby up. Act like I never moved it back up. Yeah, there you go. Reverse button helps. What do we got going on here for the moving averages? Let's look and see where Miss Lucy's hanging out and see if she's doing a little deal with the devil. Oh, Miss Lucy ain't on this time, right? Miss Lucy is on the... She's on that one. Oh, she just now showed up on the 12-hour a few bits ago. That's cool. What's she telling us here? Well, so far until the 800 pops up, so many more candles down the road here. She's telling us she's the queen bee. And can't see if that 360 is trying to cross her or not. That would be bearish, but the 200 crossed bullishly above her, so I like that idea. She ain't telling me a dang thing. But we do have the 360, which Caspa likes to bounce off of when she loses everything. When these big old major drop moments come up, that 360 seems to be right there to give us just a little bit of hopium that everything's gonna be just fine, baby. She touched it back there and she's playing with it here. She fell through right here though. Can we bounce off of there? We can try, but remember we had the big old death cross on that Caspa thing, didn't we? Caspa against Bitcoin here. She's showing a little weakness here, but eventually she'll have her days and she'll win. It's up and downs against Bitcoin, but overall she's been holding her on pretty well. Especially way back here in 2023, but that's not where we're at now. That was the tippy top. But since April, if you bought your Caspa with Bitcoin back in April, you're up quite a bit in Bitcoin. If you had put your Bitcoin into Caspa back in April, why, you could possibly be sitting around a half and more Bitcoin, 50% more Bitcoin. During this time, you would have had the possibility of seeing almost a 90% gain in your Bitcoin, and that's pretty dang impressive. I like that. That's the kind of coins I was supposed to be investing in, but instead I got the ones, the crappy ones. They're sitting there sucking the life out of my spot margin portfolio. Well, I'm looking forward to weeding those guys out. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been fun. It's been real, and it's been real fun. It's turkey time. Hey, there's Celinda. How's it going? Turkey leg, says Dave P. Catch you guys tomorrow. Trade safely and enjoy the ride up. But remember, it could be bouncing around, so play cautious. Make your own decisions, make your own rules, but it's a good time to kind of reevaluate and see if you ask yourself, hey man, if we were to see Bitcoin go back to oh God, is there a value? $40,000. Would you be cool with that? Would you knowing that your altcoins would get probably obliterated if that were to happen again, or they take another nice? Do you like it, or kind of want to play it, just a little safe until we kind of figure out what's really going on? That's what I'm doing. Well, you can go balls to the wall if you want to, but just try to pay yourself. Life is better when you pay yourself and don't just round trip it. Good night, everybody. This turkey is. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make you look like you're so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind.
channel is groovy and you'd like to show your support, well, there are a few things that you can do. Find that like button, give it just a playful little smack, and subscribe and join the channel. And
let's hit the black button now.